Hi, good day to you all. Hope all are fine by the grace of God. My dear children, in the previous classes we have learned the poet's profile and the three quatrains of the poem Lines written in early spring by William Wordsworth. I hope you enjoyed poetry, my dear children. And we know that a poet was sitting in a garden and got relaxed. He was so happy because of listening the blended musics from nature. Obviously, it's from birds and the beauty of nature and its seamless existence. That time, pleasure thoughts came into his mind. At the same time, sad thoughts came to his mind too. Then we learn the natures, in the second stanza, we learn the natures at most born towards human. And the poet was so sad because of the man's action towards man, which are negative actions, my dear children, negative actions, quarrels, sorrow, and conflicts, they leads to unhappiness, human unhappiness. Then the third stanza, poet spoke about the nature's enjoyment of life, and he specified there, even the flowers enjoyed their life, even their breeds. So man should learn from nature. That means man should learn how to be happy just like nature. Different type of examples he has given in the previous stanzas by words. He used the examples of birds, examples of flowers. Okay, my dear children, hope you understood. So, let's move to the remaining quatrains. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I no reason to lament what man has made of man? My dear children, let's detail the fourth stanza. The birds around me hopped and played. Their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. Here we can see again the living nature. We know that he was sitting in a garden and heard music of birds. This time the birds around him hopped and played. Okay, the birds around me hopped and played. He was sitting in a garden and the birds around him hopped and played. They enjoyed. He didn't know what was the reason, what was their mind, what was in their mind. He doesn't know what's their thoughts actually, but he knows that they were enjoying their small moments. He couldn't understand, he couldn't measure their emotions, he couldn't understand their thoughts, their mindsets, but he knew one thing, that they were enjoying their small moments. The poet also was so happy to see their happiness. Through all these peaceful examples of nature, the poet wished to say, human must learn from nature how to be happy or how we find happiness from the world with what we have. My dear children, I hope you understood this stanza. The birds around me hopped and played. The birds around him hopped, they enjoyed. Their thoughts I cannot measure. The poet couldn't understand what their thoughts, what their mind said. But the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. But he knew that they were enjoying their even the small movements. Okay, my dear children, I hope you understood. Let's move to the next stanza. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must do all I can that there was pleasure there. Here also the poet explained the beauty of nature, like the budding twigs spreading out their fan. The trees spreads the trees spreads its branches just like a fan and ready to move in the breeze. The budding branches spread out like opening fan, ready to catch the breeze. The budding twigs means branches, spread out their fan to catch the breezy air. They are ready to catch the breeze. And I must do all I can that there was pleasure there. He said that even though he could not understand the language of nature, but he could see how they were enjoying their life with freedom. My dear children, in this stanza he specified the beauty of nature again and how to be happy, how it found happiness through small actions, even the small movements. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must do all I can that there was pleasure there. My dear children, the birds and the twigs means branches, the birds and the twigs seem to exist in a world of pleasure. He believed that's the way of nature to enjoy each moment. My dear children, hope you got this stanza. So let's go for the last quatrain, the sixth one. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? My dear children, in the last stanza, here the poet ends with the same lament that was mentioned earlier, like what man has done to man. We know that he specified the negative actions like quarrels, conflicts, sorrow, battles, grief, that leads to unhappiness, that leads to ultimate human unhappiness. He taught that here as belief regarding the nature's happiness sent by heaven, or it was nature's divine plan or holy plan. Here poet felt some pity towards human beings because we know that humans, the greatest creation of God, cannot enjoy the blessings given by God. They try to harm each other always. They could not understand how they blessed from God. So the poet specified that the humans try to harm each other instead of being happy. My dear children, our poet's main grief was what man has done to man. People harm one another. That was his main sadness. That was the reason of his sad thoughts. Here we can see how Wordsworth tried to compare nature and human life. In the entire poem, we can see that he compares nature and human life. We know that he was a renowned reputation as the poet of nature, and he is also known as a high priest of nature. Okay, our poet Wordsworth known as high priest of nature. In the entire poem, the whole poem, nature assumes a personality, an almost divine spirit that enters or spreads throughout all objects. My dear children, in this poem is really his meditation. It is really Wordsworth's meditation on the harmony of nature and on humanity's failure. Through nature's peaceful examples, he has given too much of peaceful examples from nature to learn what humans are doing in this world. Humans need to learn from nature how to be happy in each moment. Here, the poem is ultimately his meditation on the harmony of nature and on humanity's failure through nature's peaceful examples. He has given too much of examples. We know that birds, from example of birds, flowers, and the twigs, budding twigs. Okay, I hope you understood all this. So, my dear children, let's go through the poetry again. Lines written in early spring. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sate recline, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tusk, in that green bough, the periwinkle trailed its roots, and 'tis my fate that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? My dear children, I hope you enjoyed this poetry. It was really a beautiful poem by our nature poet William Wordsworth. Okay, my dear children, I am winding up the video here, the section here. Next, we can see in the next section. Okay, till then, bye bye.